Okay, so welcome back. This is the heart video, discovering your true passion. So I got a quote here from Larry Crabb. He's the author of Finding God, and that was a book I got from Church on the Rock, actually. And he says, the core problem is not that we are too passionate about bad things, but that we are not passionate enough about the good things. So in Colossians 3:23 and 24, it says, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for men, since you know that you will receive an inherit from the Lord as a reward. You will receive an inheritance from the Lord as a reward. It is the Lord Christ you are serving, not man. And so the heart, we're going to go through some questions. This section might take you a day or two, or maybe a few days, because there's some questions in here that you're going to be asked, and I recommend that you pray over them, look through them, maybe answer them, but maybe pray about them and wait a day or two to see what God says to you about it. So the heart is where you are centered, where you desire to serve, the altar which you place your talents. So heart refers to empathy, attraction, or a draw toward a group of people, a field of expertise, or a particular type of service. Evaluating your heart helps determine where you might best use your gifts, where you wish to serve, and whom you wish to serve. So physically, each of us has a unique heartbeat, just as we have a unique thumbprint. We have unique eye print and a unique voice print. In the same way, God has given us a unique emotional heartbeat that races when we think about subjects, activities, circumstances that interest us, or different scenarios in the world. So when you're paying attention to the news, maybe you see something that your heart just goes out for that certain situation. That's a unique heartbeat. So we instinctively care about some things and not about other things. So this is kind of to help us dial that in. I'm going to ask you to stop the video now and go through the heart worksheet. Okay, so you should be done with the heart worksheet. And again, you might have to be praying about it or taking some time with it. But whenever you come back to it, now we're going to move on to the practical needs worksheet. And this is under heart too, two separate worksheets. And before we start the practical needs, I just wanted to read a couple things for you. So once you define your target audience, or you figure out what cause or what group or what scenarios or where your passions lie and where your kind of heart's directed, once you define your target audience, you need to determine which needs interest you or which needs you intend to meet in the lives of those individuals. Remember, you cannot meet every need with your target group. Focus on the needs that God and others have met in your own lives. So this is drawing from experience, and this is where your past can come in, and some of those hurtful, painful things that we may not want to remember or not want to relive or anything else. We went through those things. And maybe your passion is to comfort those who are going through what you've been through. So keep that in mind as we go through this. And then God can use our suffering, our weakness, and our failures, as well as our strengths and passions as part of the masterpiece He's creating. So just because it was a past hurt and a past thing in your life, I can testify to this, that some of the things that I was ashamed of, some of the things I did, some of the pain and hurt and things that I've caused in my past that I didn't want to relive or talk about or even admit to, I can say that with walking with the Lord, He has used those, and He has used my pain and shame and everything else to minister to others in certain situations. And it's amazing to think about how what I felt about that and how it kind of beat me up inside, but God took that and he used it to speak life into someone else. So I just encourage you to not think it's something you should never share. And then go on to the practical needs worksheet. And this will help you identify what needs and the areas that you are leaning more towards. And then we will move on to abilities with the next video.